Hello everyone, it's the Paladin parent here. Just about to do a plus 14 Seas of the Triumvirate. Now, I always struggle with this one. It's so much AoE damage mixed with movement, and when you're trying to cast Holy Light, not being able to move, or having to move, sorry, is a bit of a nightmare. Right, so straight into it, using Avenging Crusader. Oh, too sure what happened to him. I think he might have popped a chain too quickly while already damaged. Moral of the story is typically don't break the chains, just stay there, let me heal for it, because yeah, popping the chains just does so much damage. With these packs, the main targets are the subjugators. They're the ones that put the chains on you, but then also the dark conjurers. They just keep spamming bolts at you, so make sure you CC them and kill them off quickly. So this is my Light of Dawn build, mixed with Liberation, so this does a bit more damage as well as good AoE healing. I've been trialing this sort of build out for a few runs now, and it's been going quite well. I've sort of worked out the limitations, so you do have to use Holy Light occasionally just to really give a good top up. But apart from that, combined with Avenging Crusader, it works really well. Right, so into the next pack. Oh, yeah, another big pack as well. Alright, let's see how we go. Again with chains, I just sort of move out a little bit, just to give myself some space, but other than that, typically don't break them, just let us work through the healing. And you'll notice as well that I do spam Holy Light a fair bit, and I'm running low at the moment. Really need to sort out a button to press just to yell out that I need mana. Haven't done that yet, probably should do that. Right, give me a chance, okay. Hopefully he'll give me a chance before the boss, that would be good. Again, not ideal not to have much mana when you're dealing with enough with chains, but we'll see how it goes. That wasn't too bad. I don't really want to pop Avenging Crusader unless I really need to. But if you're a tank, please keep an eye on your healer's mana. Especially a healer like myself, because we really need our mana. Quickly start. Yeah, let's get some mana back. Yeah, that's more than enough. Let's go. Alright, here we go. This boss is pretty straightforward. You'll get a circle around yourself, move it out to the edge, because it drops a pull once he jumps across to you. He'll then spawn some adds. We do not want the adds to come to him, so CC them and cause damage to them and kill them before they get to him, because if they do, it's going to pretty much kill us. So here's the adds now. I think I would say that I think the monk or the demon hunter might have CC'd him.
Watch your feet.
Yep, CC'd over there. Cool. Perfect. We've got quite a good composition for this boss because, you know, Hunter could use Freeze Trap. Demon Hunter could imprison. You know, there's a good few options for us to use.
Frontal.
Watch out for the frontals as usual.
Ads coming.
Well, it's on me now, so I just move out to the edge. That wasn't ideal though, because I don't think he got the buff from that, so that's okay. It would have been really unfortunate. That was a my bad situation then, so. If you guys feel like it, but it's been a week and a half just working kids and responsibilities. God, it sucks being an adult sometimes. I'm sure I'm not the only parent that feels like that. Nice and easy. This boss is not really an issue.
Follow me. The Shadow Guard.
You'll notice as well I haven't really chewed through my mana either, so that's good.
Disrupting their efforts would benefit us all. Also,
While we've got a second, please feel free, if you do enjoy these videos, to like and subscribe. The support would be greatly appreciated. I'm going to keep doing this content anyway. I really enjoy doing it, so. Right, so usual stuff. Watch out for pools on the floor. You guys put bleeds on you as well, so just be aware of that. There's a debuff that goes on as well. So there's quite a bit to do. So with this build as well, the Paladin pre is quite defensive, so, you know, cooldowns of Blessing of Sacrifice, Blessing of Protection, these are very useful on here. I always have Blessing of Freedom as well, with the buff that, you know, when I cast it on someone else, it casts on me as well, because it's just really useful, especially with this season. And again, there should be some bleeds coming out shortly. I think these ones are the... no, here's debuff, sorry. Again, just watch out for the pools. I have a horrible habit standing and stuff, or realizing too late that there's a pool underneath me. I'm pretty excited as well. My eldest son, who's 12, has started playing WoW, so he's got his character. I think he's up to level 86 at the moment. We're just doing the Blizzard share account thing. He seems to be enjoying it. Obviously, it's a bit of a learning curve because the game is so massive, but he's enjoying it so far, although he's getting frustrated. He's picked a pretty good starting class. Well, I think he's a good starting class. He started as a hunter. He seems to be really enjoying it, so I think we all enjoyed catching a pet at one point or another. Although Paladin was my second ever class I picked. My first one was Warrior, which I loved. I played that for all vanilla and all the way through, really. And then I think the last few years I've really enjoyed Paladin, so I've switched over to Holy Paladin. The thing as well, having a class that you can switch between healer, DPS, or protection, just I really like being able to do all three on one toon, because you know I don't always have enough time to level up and do all the other characters. I don't know how people find the time to do it, but so I tend to just focus on one. Also, don't go too close to that giant tentacle. He will slap you in the face and you'll go flying up in the air. I don't think it's enough to kill you, but it's still, you could get knocked into other adds and cause big issues and wipe the group, so just be aware. Ooh. It's the only problem, I'm not the best at multitasking, so talking and playing do make mistakes. No real challenges so far. It was just unfortunate the Demon Hunter died at the start, but it does happen. But as a healer, as I do typically try and prioritize, you know, removing debuffs from the DPS or the tank. I also am fully aware that I tend to forget myself, so I've been trying to focus on removing stuff from me, so at least the healer doesn't die. If a DPS dies, it isn't the end of the world, but if I die, it typically means the key is wiped, so let's hope that doesn't happen. Again, I love Avenging Crusader because, you know, having it every 60 seconds is perfect, especially when I've got currently the double duration or increase in the duration on, so I think I've got 22.5 seconds of it uptime, and so I have very small downtime before it's ready again. So it never feels like, you know, that I never have fear to press it, so I just use it when I want to. Obviously, I do prioritize when, you know, I know there's going to be big AoE damage, that I'm going to pop that and have my free Holy Light instant cast, because again, I like having that in my back pocket to quickly pull out if I need to. Just in case you can hear it in the background, there's an ice cream van going past my house. It's very tempting to go and run out and get an ice cream, but I will stay here and finish this key. The beauty of having children, you can blame it on them, but when really you want to go and get ice cream. You can see this pack's causing quite a bit of damage, and it's a mix of bleeds and just, you know, lots of AoE sorts of damage and bolts and interrupts, so just be aware that you're going to have to push through. We're coming up to a boss that typically I like to have a full mana pool, but we'll see if I get a chance to get some mana. I think I am currently spec'd into where Judgment gives me mana back, as well as Shield of the Righteous also gives me mana back, so I do at least get some mana as I'm going along. Oh, nearly lost the Demon Hunter again. This is the problem on keys where I have to, especially with the bosses, where I have to keep moving, especially where there's, you know, the last boss in particular. If I want to use Holy Light, it puts me at big risk of getting slapped in the face by the beams. I have enough time to top up my mana before the boss is pulled. Sit down. Oh, he's going straight on. Oh well. Alrighty, so bombs will be dropped. A great
Bomb
thing that
incoming.
paladins can do is pop their bubble and run through them. It just reduces what you have to deal with. In hindsight, I should have waited till the bombs were collected up, so that's my bad. I probably could have done that later down the track when I was struggling a bit more, but it's fine. Just got too excited too quickly. But again, it's a nice little utility trick. Likewise, that bleed goes on, you can then use Blessing of Protection to remove that bleed. Please don't make the mistake, especially if you're playing Holy Paladin, that if you get too excited, you might bop the tank.
Line on you.
Oh, one bomb's survived, which means that we're going to take some damage. There it is, not too bad. It's a bit of a tick. It lasts for a few seconds, and then we're... Oh, nope. Oh, thank God. Yep, back up. That was a mistake. I should have... Should have planned for that, my bad. Again, that situation as well is a good opportunity to use your bubble and get rid of those bombs that are missed. So there's another one that was just missed.
AOE incoming.
I think the tank took it. Oh no, no he did not. Oh, did he? I'm not sure.
Bomb incoming.
Just a couple of my glowy spirits around, but I'm not running into the boss at the moment. Into the bomb, sorry.
Bomb incoming. Line on you.
Again, you want to overlap these so you take out all the bombs. It does do a fair bit of damage, but just be prepared to heal.
AOE incoming.
And die like I just did. I'm pretty happy with this pug group though. They're really good.
Bomb incoming.
As usual, it's my slow dad brain at the moment that is making the errors.
Bomb incoming. Line on you.
Nice.
Thank you for removing the obstacles between me and this staff hero.
Okay, these upcoming packs, they can do a bit of damage as well, so just be prepared to use your cooldowns. I kind of wish again I'd have some mana. That is life. The other issue I've had on this key a few times is that people start line of sighting me and running like slightly over a hill or behind a rock, and you're suddenly line of sighted and I can't heal everyone. It's a bit of a nightmare. So again, for most people watching, just be aware that depending on your healer, I'm a melee healer, so or mid to close range, so I do need you to be closer by than, you know, a priest or other healers along the way. So yeah, just be mindful of not line of sighting and not getting out of range. The upcoming boss is a bit of a pain in the ass for that, and typically hunters and all ranged really all do this and run too far away from me, but I suppose that's what a divine steed is for, running around and chase healing everyone. Look, if you need mana, just get the mana. If they start pulling and people start dying, it's kind of on them. But luckily, we pulled right at the right time, and I was just about finished. So then, don't overlap and don't bring it on people. Otherwise, more than two of you have ticks. So I did have someone ask me, why do I have my buffs just directly below my toon? It's actually just so I can see the infusion of light procs a bit clearer. When I'm focusing, I'm typically looking at bars, so having it sort of within my line of sight just helps me utilize the procs more rather than wasting it on a judgment. I can use it on an actual heal. Too bad, but this is not an ideal location to be standing. Oh, no. We're going down, come on. Go with the tank, go with the tank, my god. Demon Hunter, you're gonna die. That easier, thank god. Fairly sure the tank jumped down because I fell down, so that's okay. That'll be on me as well. Depending on how good your healer is, a pack or two at most at a time is usually what I go with. But it really does depend on your group, your composition. He's going to pull the next pack, that's fine. The other thing is make sure you get your interrupts, it's so critical. I'm going to call those casts, yep, there we go. We lost quite a bit of health then.
Only the strongest survive.
Chat for the orbs. Am I going to get... Yep, there we go, I've got Brezd. It's better than having to run all the way back over. That was my fault again. So I will watch for the orbs now. Learn from me, people. Don't make these silly dad mistakes. Yeah, we're missing some interrupts as well, which isn't great. My stuff's all on cooldown. I do miss having an actual interrupt. I think that was possibly... I know it's putting more onerous on DPS and tank to get interrupts, but it's a bit annoying because I quite enjoyed having the ability to click an interrupt as well, rather than just blinding light or hammer of justice, which, you know, typically doesn't work on every type of ad. Yeah, I think overall, Paladin is in a really good place. With all the tuning that's happened, I hope that they're not going to nerf us in the upcoming patches, but we'll see. It used to happen quite frequently, so I'd be shocked if we don't get nerfed on something. Do hate this dungeon. It's not my favorite by any stretch of the imagination. Like, it's fun, but it's very challenging for me. I'm not sure if I'm the only healer that feels like it. I've heard some people say it's one of their favorites, but I just, even though it's been nerfed, I still hate this bloody thing. Maybe my experience, I'm just unlucky. Like, this is a pretty good pug group, but some of the pug groups I've had, people don't understand the mechanics whatsoever.
Watch your...
I've had tanks that don't move the ads out of the line of sight of the orbs to make it easier. They'll just keep staying where we are. I've had DPS that run off in line of sight or, you know, get out of my range, so I can't actually heal them.
Watch your...
Again, paladins get increased healing from proximity, so, you know, based off our mastery. So again, being close to people is really handy. I'm really focusing on the mechanics at the moment. Sorry. I just want to make sure that I'm not getting hit by any of those orbs, because you get hit by the orb, it's pretty much game over. It's going to be pretty tight for time. We only got just under 8 minutes. This is usually when I will pop all my cooldowns, but they're currently on cooldown, but that is okay. Again, usual stuff, dodge the orbs. He does start doing some AoE damage, just heal through that. When the tentacles come out, usual stuff, just kill them as quickly as possible, especially before his big sort of doom circle appears. Luckily we got a bit of range to movement, so hopefully that will assist us in the long run.
Knocking back.
See, there we are, we're not back. His circle's going to start appearing and shrinking, so we need to get those adds down. It was a bit unfortunate that one's so far away, that's okay. Always pop my Avenging Crusader in this bit, because a bit of DPS and non-movement is always helpful. Get everyone topped up and ready to go. Hunter was quite far away from me then.
Coming.
Then with the ads, it's always good to focus down the ads furthest out and work your way inwards. That way you're not risking having stuff too far away that you can't get before his next doom circle comes. Here we are. We got all of them, so we're pretty good. Get back in before it hits you. Yep, going nice and smoothly. You'll see I use Holy Light as much as I need.
Watch your
Oh, boss down. We'll have about 5 minutes to take this boss out. We should be fine as long as we don't wipe. And I'm not making promises. I hate this boss. So let's see how we go.
We must get inside.
Yeah, always make sure you get your mana up, especially during all this sort of intermission stage. You do not want to start off with your stuff on cooldown or your stuff with no mana.
It is rare that a Naru falls into void this way.
I do feel like this intermission chews for a lot of your time. I wish they'd sped it up a little bit.
What fascinating implications. Such musings can wait, though. This entity must die.
Friendly reminder.
AoE incoming.
Again, make sure you, if you get the beam on you, to focus on the glowing.
Stay away from lines.
I don't know what they're called, the chimes, basically. If you miss them, you're going to cause massive amount of damage. Yeah, I struggle with this boss, like just the constant ticking damage. So at the moment, like we're probably going to die. Get some healing up. Let's go. Oh, don't die, Hunter, please.
Danger, danger.
Get out of these giant circles. Okay.
Stay away from lines.
It's usually after the first sort of phase where she goes down and we sort of get opportunity to really cause some damage to her. I feel quite comfortable after that. Oof, I'm in front of one, I think. There you go.
Watch your step.
So now's a good time to pop Avenging Crusader and just do as much damage as possible. especially with Lust, like just burn through everything and damage her as much as you can. Again, be prepared the whole after this sort of phase, it just rinse and repeats. So I try and position myself in front of one of those chimes if possible, just to be fully prepared in case I'm targeted.
Stay away from lines.
See, this is the bit I don't like. I can't use Holy Light, but I guess I've got to learn to cope, not always with Holy Light. Oh, yep, there we go. Oh damn! Sorry.
Danger, danger.
If you do die, just be aware where you're being rezzed as well. I had it recently where I rezzed someone and they were safe at the time. They took forever to take the res, and they spawned just when a pool happened and died instantly, which was a bit unfortunate. Oh.
Danger, danger.
Jesus. Oh no, we're going to lose the tank as well. At least the infusion of light proc did some good.
Stay away from lines.
Yeah, but you can see how quickly this boss can just go south. It is horrific.
Beam on you.
Right, so, both on it. I don't think there's another one.
Watch your step.
Get us back up. Same thing again, burn through it before we get to the next phase, which we should do. Nice, some good DPS there. It's a good group. There we go. And we have timed it. Well, thank you very much for following along. Wasn't the worst key that I've done by any stretch of the imagination, but I do hate this dungeon.
Shadows are fluid.
If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. I'd appreciate the support. I'm going to be releasing more and more videos. Thank you very much for your time.
It beckons me.
You stand on the cusp of destiny, Illyria. There will be choices to make and consequences to face.